If you have been telling yourself every year that you're going to start again in January, let's make something different here. Let's make a different decision. Hello, beautiful people. I am coming to you on this winter day and coming to you from my car because I want to talk about the winter blues. Days are colder, the days are shorter. We're less motivated to want to go outside. We might be more tempted to, hibernate. You think of hibernation like you get into your own little cocoon, all warmed up on your couch with a blanket as you like doom scroll. The thing is that we got less than 50 days to finish out 2024, and I've already heard people say I'm going to just start again in January. I'm gonna focus on myself in January. Come January 1st, I'm gonna knock things out of the park. I want to bring you something different. I want to talk to you about a winter arc. I want to talk to you about how you can set up your 2025 and thrive, because in 2025 we're here to thrive, baby. It's time for a different decision, and here's where it's going to be. I want to know if you want to do a winter arc with me. A winter arc is essentially as everybody is hibernating and getting into their own flow of just like cocooning, you kind of do the same, but you choose different actions. Meaning, instead of getting the winter blues, and because this does happen, the SAD is a real seasonal affective disorder, is a real disorder. I always say I'm solar powered. I legit believe I'm solar powered. And so I tend to struggle when we get less sunlight. But what I've noticed for myself is when I intentionally do these next steps that I'm going to share, things feel different in my body and in my mind. And so I want to discuss this more like a winter arc. And so a winter arc is essentially as everybody is doing their own thing, cocooning, binge watching all these nonstop episodes, you take that energy and you invest it back into yourself. And so things like maintaining a routine, going to bed at a decent hour to get quality sleep. I have a video all on what's your sleep hygiene routine that will be linked in the show notes, but making sure you're getting your quality sleep, making sure you're hydrating yourself, making sure you're nourishing your body. And then the next steps that I'm going to bring are like, let's get really focused on either learning a new skill, on refining, a hobby. Getting after a goal you've never gotten after. Legit, if you tell yourself every year around this time of year, I'm gonna start again in January, or I can't wait till January, that's like new year, new me. Without taking the action, nothing changes. And so this is going to look like your winter arc is going to be intentionally designed for you to do the work on you. And so instead of numbing and scrolling, endless scrolling, which literally just makes you feel more like poop, like let's just be honest about that, consuming and over consuming and over consuming, why don't you get intentional to go learn a different skill? So that could be like you could be reading books, you could be writing a book, playing around with some different recipes in the kitchen, like how to make your meals more protein rich and getting in that fiber. This is what the winter arc is. It's essentially you taking time for you as everybody else is just going to wait until January 1st. You get a head start now. You hit the ground running now. You start putting the steps in now. You get those reps under your belt now, and come January, you're going to have built the momentum to keep going, because you don't need motivation. I did a live video on that. You just need momentum. And to get momentum, you need to have like a reason, like a focus. And I'm not saying that it's not challenging. It for sure is, but you have to be mind strong. And so I know that I prefer summer. I prefer fall. To all the seasons, I do tend to enjoy summer a lot more. And I don't, particularly where I live in Northern Ontario, Canada, we cold winters, like really cold, talking like minus 40 and like wind chills of like minus 50. There are weeks in our winter that look like that. And our winters tend to last a good 5 to 6 months out of the year. And so you really need to find pleasure in something during the hard. And so what I started to do is I love to snowshoe. So I will hit up some trails of snowshoeing, walking when it's mild, right? Outside. And then when I feel like it's too cold, I force myself to get dressed and get out. You get a head start now, you will be ahead of those New Year's resolutioners coming in. Then it's time to be real with yourself, right? Let me know if you're doing a winter arc like I am. I just finished doing some 60-day challenges. I just finished doing a 30-day sober challenge, and now I'm going to practice more being more sober ish. And so I'm getting ready for my winter arc. Like, I'm setting things up because I have big goals. I have really big goals, and I need to be looking at that version of me that has achieved the goals. Who does she have to be? And what are the habits she is currently she's doing to maintain that, achieve that? Then I have to do that. And so that's it. It's like that future pacing. It's like really connecting with, okay, if I want to write a book, then I can't say I'm gonna write a book. I need to sit down and do the freaking book. So your winter arc is literally like you choose something and you go ham on it, right? So if you say you're gonna drop a book, you best be opening up your laptop, computer, document, something, get it going. We need to let go of what it has to be and how perfect it needs to look, and we need to get in the mess of it. This is the winter arc, right? If you want to get in shape, you best be putting things in place to make you get in shape. And so that could look like hiring a personal trainer because you have gym fear of being in the gym and fear of what other people think of you. P.S. They don't. They really don't care. They don't notice. They don't. Most people are too consumed with their own stuff to notice other people, let's be honest. And so you just show up and you do it. If your goal is to nourish your body so that you feel more satisfied and more vibrant and more, like you're thriving, you have more energy, then start in your kitchen. Start looking at what you have in your pantry, what you have in your fridge, what you have in your freezer. Start looking at how you're buying your groceries, right? Really just put things in place to make things happen. Same for your finances. If you're like, I'm going to get out of debt, well, it's not like this wishy washy thing. Put a plan in place and then just implement. See, I think we get so caught up in being comfortable, and there is no growth in comfort. There is no growth in comfort. You need to have a little bit of the discomfort. That's where it's going to feel like, "Ooh, I'm being stretched here. I'm growing. I'm learning new things about myself. I'm calling myself out on my bullshit." So here's the winter arc. Really get focused. If you're somebody who struggles like with, not always having a positive outlook on life, like your mindset and stuff like that, check out my videos. I have a bunch of videos all on mindset. It's the deep work. Like, it is the deep work, but literally it is worth it. It pays off dividends. It will come back around. I'm not always wanting to do what I do, but I still show up for it because I know my why. And so I'm doing a winter arc. Let me know in the comments if you're going to join me. I'm super pumped. Let's hit the ground running. We got less than 50 days of 2024. And the theme this year of my channel was really like, make 2024 your best year. And then I had a rough go at the beginning of this year. And so this comeback is personal. I'm playing catch up. I'm starting to feel like where I was, and I'm hitting the ground running. Thank you for being here. I'm so grateful that you're here. Check out the next video where I'm going to give you extra tools to add to your toolbox, to where it comes to really just owning who it is you be and the tools you need to apply to get after the goals you say you're going to get after. Make sure you check out the video on morning routine and nighttime routine, as well as what your why is. And let me know in the comments below where else you're feeling you're struggling. Let's have this conversation. Let's pump each other up. Let's remind each other who it is we be, and let's just shoot for the moon. We've got this. We've got this. In 2025, we're here to thrive. And so let's do this. Let's do this. I'm super pumped. All right. Thank you so much for being here. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and tell me what you're doing for your winter arc. Like, I want to know, what are you going to do? What are you choosing? How are you showing up? Yeah. As always, be brave, be bold, be you. Let's have some tea because it's cold outside.